Here is our second introductory video on how to start and use Google Docs once you have access to the assignments in your Google Classroom. I'm going to share my screen and you will see our other class, 23868, which is an asynchronous class. So this is in the Google Classroom that we've already set up. You can see the three tabs, Stream and Classwork and People. The Classwork tab is where all of your assignments are located. So in this class, we can see the syllabus, but we also can see Essay 1. So to access or to create a Google Doc in your Essay 1 assignment in Google Classroom, first we will click on the bar that says Essay 1 Narration with the blue icon. Then we always have to scroll down to see this View Instructions at the bottom of the pop-up window. Once we click that, we are accessing the actual Google assignment itself, which has a short description and some main points here in the description. There's a longer assignment, which is a PDF that you can take a look at and download as well to your computer if you wish. To access or to start your essay itself, you will go to the Your Work section on the right-hand side of the screen, and you will click on the plus, which says Add or Create. So if you have already started a Google Doc in your UH Google Drive, you can actually find it in your Google Doc here. But I'm going to just create a new doc itself. So I'll just click on the docs, and it says it's creating, and it launches automatically. Google has recently begun a new addition of a tab, which is where you might want to organize things. I usually don't. So I start my Google Doc here, and let's pretend we're going to actually start. So the first thing I do is click on the three dots, which will give me more options in the toolbar. And then I'm going to click on the icon for line and paragraph spacing. Because Google Docs defaults to 1.15, but I want everything to be double spaced in order to make it easier for me to read, and also because this is MLA format, which we will be using for all of our written assignments. So the first thing I'll put here is my first name, and then I'll put the class. I can put in the course registration number if I wish to be specific about which class I'm in. That might be a good idea. And then I'm going to type in the assignment title, which is Essay 1. And last, I will put in the due date, which is the 31st of January, 2025. This is known as the header for your essay, which is different from the header in the actual document. We'll get to that a little bit later. Next, I'm going to put in a title, but I want my title to be centered. Everything else in the essay is going to be left aligned, but I want my title to be centered. So I'll put in a title for now, and then I'll go back to my left alignment. Every paragraph in my essay is going to start with an indent or a tab. So I'm going to tab in one tab, and then I'm going to start typing. So I'll say, here is my introduction with my thesis or hint at, let's say, the moral of my story. So we will pretend that I'm writing a lot. And then let's say at the very end, let's say below the last paragraph. So I'll say, my last paragraph is my concluding paragraph. Um, and we're not going to use in conclusion to start off because This is too short of an essay to remind people in conclusion. You usually use that phrase at the end of an essay that is around 20 pages long. This one's only about 4 pages. Okay, so at the end of my essay, I will restate my main point in different words. There is no need to summarize what I've just written because this is a fairly short essay. So now, once I have gotten to the end of my short concluding paragraph, I will hit the return button one more time, and then I'm going to put in the word count and then however many words I have. For the final draft of essay one, we should try to have 1,000 words. Can go up to 1,500 or at the very most 2,000. Now, to insert page numbers, because we will need them, we'll click on the insert here. We'll scroll down the drop down menu until we get to page numbers. Then I'm going to choose the page numbers that are located in the upper right hand corner of every page, even though this is not going to be printed. And in the first page, on the first page, I'm going to put my cursor there and I'm going to put my last name and a space. And that's all I need. So the header in our essay in MLA format only contains your last name and the page number, nothing else. The font here is Arial, but because Arial is so huge, I'm using 11. Some people may prefer Times New Roman, which is fine. You can put that in 12. In Google Docs, all of the margins are considered 1 inch by default. The only thing you have to worry about is the line spacing and the alignment, which is always on the left. So this ends our discussion or our introduction to Google Docs.